Hey y'all, I got another deck tech for you today. So for this deck, I'm using the Tangerine Dragon Shield Sleeves mat. Like in all my videos, I'm going to leave the deck list in the description below. So, LandFall deck, Omnath, Locus of Creation. 1 red, 1 green, 1 white, 1 blue. So, this is the first non-commander deck 4-color commander. Ink Trader has the other one is Group Hug. So I really wish to see more 4-color commanders in a single card in the future. Still waiting. When it enters battlefield, draw a card. Landfall. Whenever land enters battlefield under your control, you gain 4 life. If this is the first time it has resolved. If it's the second time, add the color combos. If it's the third time, it deals 4 damage to each opponent and each planeswalker you don't control. So basically, landfall. I'm getting a lot of land triggers. So this deck has a lot of land. I actually am running 41 land. For basics, I have 3 snow, 3 mountain. Pretty much for all the basic land types. So again, for forests, 3 snow, 3 non-snow. For plains, snow, 3 non-snow. And of course, last, blue, 3 snow, 3 island. Utility lands. I do like these tapped ones because I return a land to my hand, then I'm able to play a land again. Blighted Woodland, search for land, put them on the battlefield, triggering landfalls, Boris Garrison, Command Tower, Calling Barrens, so I can make an elemental for my Raising Reef element, Evolving Worlds, Field of the Dead. I need to get Fabled Passage, so that's one edit I might add to this as well. Grilled Turf, Guildless Commons, Hostile Desert, Is It Bullerul Works, Guessing Wolf Run. For all that land, helps my creatures get big. Misty Rainforest, Mirrored Landscape, Sanctuary, Growth Chamber, Terramorphic Expanse. So again, now that I'm thinking of it, probably getting a Fabled Passage would help this deck out a lot. With that said, moving on to creatures. So again, 41 lands, 31 creatures. Now, most of these are pretty helpful. Sacrifice a land, search your library for a land card. Discard a card, search your library for a basic land. I will only use that if I need to. Return forest you control, untap target creature. So a lot of returning land to my hand to trigger stuff. Wayward Guild. Again, deals combat damage to a player, return a land you control to its owner's hand. Getting that put back into my hand. Floodbringer, return a land, tap target land, or untap target land. Oh wait, no, it's no, it's tapping target lands, not untap. There's a different one for that. Lotus Cobra, Marisa Root Grazer, so I can put a basic land card from my hand onto the battlefield, or return one. Tangled Florodrun. I probably mispronounced that. It's Flora Hedron. Turns into a land if I need to play it for that. Creature Explosion, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. Draw a card if you control A or more lands. Oops. As usually lost by seeking, you may play 2 additional lands. Play an additional land on each turn. Glasspool Mimic. Now I might need to put that green-blue Serpent. Whenever you draw, play a land, you draw a card. I think it's AC, however you say it. Copy of a creature also turns into a land. A Living Trister. discard a land card, deals 2 damage to any target. Rising Reef, when I play Elemental, I can search for a land, put it onto the battlefield. Scoot Swarm, pretty self-explanatory for why Scoot Swarm's here. Sea Drake, into the battlefield, return 2 target lands you control to its owner's hands. A lot of returning stuff to my hand. Tireless Proficienter. When I put a land down, I may create a food or a treasure token, depending on what I need to do. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. Mina and Den. Again, getting those lands falls. Umboon. So I did get this deck, and I included the elements from this deck into this deck. That made sense in my head. Whenever landfall enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. So, multiple stuff going out, putting tokens on my creatures. Solon, sad baby, I think, or sad golem, whatever it was called, I forget. Trove Warden, landfall. Whenever land enters the battlefield, exile target permanent. Basically, search for a land. So hopefully, I should have enough basic lands. Here's the return a land, create a 1/1 illusion token. A Domination Angel. Landfall whenever it enters the battlefield, you may exile target non-land permanent other than Angel. Barog. Whenever land enters the battlefield, there's additional combat phase. Return 2 lands, control. Return it from the graveyard. Roiling Elemental. Whenever I play a land, I gain control of someone's stuff, basically. Avenger Syndicare. Amiri Shepherd. Landfall Omnath, Locus of Rage. And Trench Behemoth. So again, when I get my first test play through, usually how I decided what to be edited out. So I have 2 Planeswalkers, Career Master of Deaths, Nissa, Nature's Artisan. With that, I have 3 enchantments. Might need to get Exploration as well, but we'll see how well it works out with the additional land creatures I have. So retreat to Coral Helm, get some scrying ability. Or here's the tap or untap target creature, or I can scry. Retreat, put a 1/1 counter on each creature. Those creatures gain Vigilant or create a 2/2 white. Vapor Snare. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice Snare unless you return a land you control to its owner's hand. So I basically need to return lands to my hand, and I can play them again to get more landfall triggers. That's why that card's here. Okay. Artifacts, pretty self-explanatory as well. I have 4. Soul Ring, Crucible of Worlds, so I could get those lands I discard or sacrifice back onto the battlefield. Peerless Vault, exile all non-land permanents, basically board wipe. Seer's Sundial, whenever land enters the battlefield, you may pay 2 if I need to get some card draw. So, for spells or instants and sorceries, I have this nice Path to Exile, Broken Bond, destroy something, put a land onto the battlefield, deprive, counter target spell, return a land to my hand. So it's a counter spell if I return a land. Called, so I could get a creature if I need one. Explore, play additional land, draw a card. Farseek, find any land I need. As long as it has mountain in its name. Ground Assault, does damage equal to the number of lands I control. Silver and Scrying, find any land card, reveal it, put it into my hand. Bala, turn a card from the graveyard to your hand, or I can play it as a land. Cultivate, land. Target creature fights, target creature I don't control, also turns into a land. Could almost reach, land search. Sacrifice a land, search. Search for glory. Snow permanent. So I don't think I mentioned this, but I have snowlands in here because of Field of the Dead. So when I play a land that I don't control already, I create a zombie. So I have this in here to get search for snowland, and it also helps me gain life for snow I spent to cast it. Our destroy all non-land permanents, Verdant Mastery. One, it's kind of group huggy, but it gets me land as well. Road and Ruin, land search, and then another destroy all non-land permanents. So, as you can tell in this deck, there is a lot of landfall help. The thing is as well, I have a lot of returning lands to my hand and playing them again abilities in this deck as well. So I feel like some other creatures might be beneficial to this deck, but I want to test play it first. But so far I feel like it's pretty well built. So if you like this deck tech, leave a like, comment, and it really helps me if you leave a subscription. So please subscribe. See you in the next video.